Hey everybody, hope we're doing well. Welcome back to another episode of CSGO News, and I want to start off today with a semi-important story about Thorin and his roast to the Cloud9 members, specifically Skadoodle this past weekend. As many of you guys probably do not know, Eleague Group A was going on, that Eleague Season 2. Group A was going on the same time Epicenter quarterfinals were going on, so a lot of people missed this, these matchups altogether, and really did not get to see what Thorin was saying about Skadoodle and the Cloud9 members. And I do, first off, before I get into this, guys, I want to say I really do enjoy Thorin. I like his work, I like his writings, his videos on YouTube, as well as his analysts. I think he brings a lot to the analyst desk, a lot of diversity there, and I think every single esport needs someone, or at least a character like Thorin or similar to that, where he's not afraid to say what's on his mind. Now, there can be to an extent where this goes a little too far, and maybe some things are said that shouldn't be said on mainly his social media, so his Twitter. I think he says some things that might have gone too far, especially in this instance. So if you guys did not catch this, we had Eleague Season 2 going on, separated 1 week at a time. We have Group A, B, C, and D. Group A, we did have Mouse Sports, FaZe Clan, Immortals, and Cloud9, and Cloud9 was eliminated this past weekend on October 22nd, a couple days ago, by FaZe Clan in a best-of-3 series, which was, it kind of exemplified a very poor performance by a Skadoodle who we have seen not have a breakout last few months. You know, Cloud9 obviously had a great summer, Skadoodle a part of that, but definitely, you know, recently we've seen a slumping Skadoodle, and this definitely came out in this best-of-3 series versus FaZe Clan and got progressively worse as the series went on. And so I do want to talk about this very briefly if you guys did miss this. First off, I do want to overanalyze, or at least analyze Skadoodle's performance. On map 1 Mirage, Cloud9 did lose this map to FaZe Clan, and Skadoodle had a pretty decent performance. You know, nothing stellar, him being the opera there, nothing stellar. 27 and 23, predominantly a map where you can change a game by being the opping guy in this situation. 27-23, they did lose this map to FaZe Clan, unfortunately, but still a decent performance there from Skadoodle, nothing too important. The analysts still noticed that he was definitely, didn't have a great performance there. We go on to map 2, this is Train, and the poor performance definitely starts here. He goes 12 and 21 in a match that went into overtime as well, and he was definitely the cause of why this map was probably so closely played. Although Cloud9 did pull it out, they did win map 2 on Train, although again, he did go 12 and 21, and it got progressively worse and worse as we go on to map number 3 here, guys, Overpass. It was a pretty poor performance. I'm not going to deny it at all. He went 7 and 20 on Overpass, and yes, probably one of the main reasons why this map was not too close. It was 16 and 9 FaZe Clan as they move out of group stages alongside Mouse Sports for Eleague Group A. So that is the overanalyzation for you guys to know what happened. And now here are some of the things that were said on the analyst desk about Skadoodle, which got progressively worse. But to a certain extent, I want you guys all to know what was said on the analyst desk was probably, it was okay. You can make jokes at players, especially pro players. They should be able to take critique. You can make these kind of jokes about pro players. A lot of things were said, though, past the analyst desk on mainly Thorin's Twitter, which I thought were a bit too far. And so here's what it was said, first of all, about Skadoodle on Eleague, on live television, and on live stream.
It's hard to give too much credit to Cloud9 as a team here because Automatic had like an insane amount of kills, and then at the end of double overtime, Skadoodle was on like 12 kills or something.
Yeah, I mean, I was
this is unbelievable stuff.
I want to know what's happened to Skadoodle, because clearly the real Skadoodle was killed, and this is a sleeper agent or something. I don't understand what's going on, but that does not resemble the Skadoodle I know.
I think if Hawk from StarCraft 2 was here, he'd be like, you did know that Skadoodle was halluc? The reference is incredible. Probably you have to know a different...
Now we've got a new segment coming up for a bit of fun. We're going to take a look at this week's Snickers You're Not You When You're Hungry moment.
Is it just Skadoodle the whole time?
It could well be, but all still mates.
Okay.
And then there's this.
Moves? You like those moves?
Jesus, those are atrocious.
Enjoying life.
I don't even know what to say here.
I know, there's nothing you can't say, Richard.
I made more moves there than Skadoodle made in the whole series.
Yeah, that is true. That is absolutely true.
So as you all can see, to an extent, probably what they said on the analyst desk was okay. Maybe a few too many jabs there by Thorin at the end, but I really want to know what you guys think. Did Thorin go too far on Twitter? Because if you guys did see, we had Cloud9's very own Shroud and Stewie tweeting out pretty much defending Skadoodle. Obviously, they should. He's one of their teammates. He probably felt bad enough for his performance. And then we had Thorin go past what he said on the analyst desk, even past that, and then way beyond that in 3 successive tweets, as I'll show you guys on screen right now. One of them, calling Skadoodle the MVP of FaZe, and also, referencing right here, probably the tweet that was just way out of hand, right here, calling Skadoodle the clown, pretty much the reason why he, killing his whole team, ruining the entire event for his team right here. If you guys do not know, FaZe Clan's very own, many of their members actually had a lot of clown videos because of the US fad going on, a lot of clown sightings, some involved in murder, some just sightings of clowns. So a really funny joke there, maybe to Thorin himself. I can see him typing this out and being like, oh, this is so funny. but to a lot of people out there, probably a little bit too far. So I really want to know, I wanted to bring this to all of you guys, if you guys did not get to see this on Twitter, I want to bring this, shine a little light on it for all of you guys. What do you think? Did Thorin go too far? Or as an analyst, or as this type of person in our community, does he have the right to do this kind of thing? I can understand both sides here. I can understand why the pro players on Cloud9 especially, and Cloud9 fans would be very upset by this, and I can totally understand why people like Thorin, or people that enjoy Thorin's content would find this very funny and still appropriate. So what do you guys think? Who's in the wrong here, or is this just a part of the pro scene? But I wanted to shine a light on it. And in case you guys did miss Epicenter Finals last night, my last CSGO News episode was uploaded just when those finals were going on between Dignitas and Virtus Pro. If you guys did miss it, Dignitas upsetting Virtus Pro in that best-of-3 series, and again on map 3, actually doing it quite convincingly. And Config also did nail the MVP of the tournament, the whole entire tournament there. Kind of stole it away from Magisboy. I do want to say either Config or Magisboy totally earned that MVP award, but it was so great to see, guys. Yes, this is the largest prize pool victory in Dignitas CSGO team history. It was great to see people like CSGO, who had just recently transferred over, things that Astralis had never accomplished before. This Dignitas lineup has done in so short amount of time. So it's gonna be great to see, guys. But I really want to talk about right now, though, is the possibility of these challenger teams for this next major. If you guys do not know, it's been a long time since a challenger team has actually won a major against a legendary team. Actually, all the way back a couple years ago, it was LDLC. So I want to recap right now, guys, the history of these majors. Obviously the next major is going to be Eleague major in January. The history of challengers versus legendary teams, and how few challenger teams have actually come to win a major. So a quick rundown for all of you guys. I could not memorize all of these, but even if I tried. First off, ESL Cologne, obviously SK Gaming, a legendary team there. We go back to MLG Columbus, the LG, the same SK roster we have right now, still legendary team. DreamHack Cluj, that goes back to Envious when they were back, of course, a legendary team back then. ESL Cologne 2015, that is Fnatic, I believe. We also have Katowice 2015, Fnatic's year there, as they won that as well. And then we go all the way back to DreamHack Winter, November in 2014, the old LDLC lineup. That is the first challenger team in what will be in Eleague January in over 2 years, the first time in over 2 years that a challenger team has won a major. So this year, guys, or this next upcoming year, I want to say that these challengers have a great chance. Looking at our challenger pool coming up, we have teams like Optic, G2, NIP, Mousesports, who has looked amazing as of late. We will also have the new FaZe Clan roster, who's looked pretty good. Mousesports and FaZe Clan both made out of the Eleague Group A group stages so far for Eleague Season 2, so they're both looking pretty steady there, beating teams like Cloud9 pretty handily. And on top of this, guys, we'll also have that Dignitas lineup. As many of you guys know, definitely, certainly a top 5 team in the world right now, if not a top 3 team in the world. Dignitas will also be one of those challengers, and this is not even including all of our qualifiers. As many of you guys know, I'll show you on screen right now, we still have 2 European qualifiers, 2 American qualifiers, that includes North America and Brazil, and 2 of our CIS teams, like Renegades might be a team there. So we also have teams like Cloud9, Immortals, and we could also see a Tai Lu in there as well. These challengers this upcoming year in 2017 are looking absolutely amazing, and I cannot wait to see what might be, guys, what might possibly be the most competitive major we have seen to date, which should be in January 2017. So it's going to be very, very hyped. Do you guys think a challenger team can actually beat these legendary teams of Na'Vi, SK? It's going to be tough to see, but it'll be so fun to watch. And I briefly want to talk about yesterday's video. Thank you guys all for the great support, but I also want to talk about what's in the main title here, the $8,000 raffle trades, or raffle skin scam, that is. I was actually going to have a partnership with this website, and I actually had a short 15-second clip of myself, shouting them out in the last video. I was going to get paid $45 in skins to actually shout them out, and I was very transparent with you guys. I ended up having to go back to that video and edit all that out because apparently that website was actually scammed. As many of you guys know, I talked about websites like this in the past with Scooby's website, where pretty much, of course, the gist of the website is they accept every single trade as long as the website has a benefit in the trade of at least 1 cent. So the only benefit to all of us viewers is if you have crappy skins where you don't want to sell it to Steam and give up 5%, you can go to these websites, trade up your crappy skins, and get a pretty cool skin in return and not pay that fee. You can only lose a couple cents, So it does have a benefit both sides. Obviously, one side makes money and the other side saves money. In most instances, that is. But obviously, the main goal of the website is to make money for these traders. If they're doing thousands of trades per day, those single cent benefits obviously add up to pretty soon. So this YouTuber Juicy contacted me. Seems like a great guy, has great videos, and unfortunately, that actual website was scammed for nearly $8,000. Now, as many of you guys know, with the fluctuation of skin prices in CSGO right now, it can be very, very easy for a smart person to go onto these websites and make beneficial trades for themselves with influx or skins that have inflated with skins that have inflated prices. And so there was an $8,000 scam for this website. I feel so bad. If you guys don't know who YouTuber Juicy is, has some great gambling videos. And what I mean by gambling videos is he tries to expose these gambling videos for how bad they are by going and spending real money on them and showing you guys how you really cannot make money gambling. So check him out, guys. I felt so bad because he had already paid me for the skins to do the shout out. So feel free to check him out, guys. I'm not going to link his website down below until he's ready for that, but feel free to check out the YouTuber Juicy for CSGO. And I forgot to show you screenshots yesterday, guys. Here's a quick few screenshots of the giveaway winners. Again, I've given away 9 of the 11 winners, including the grand prize for the knife. Thank you for everyone who entered. The screenshots are now on screen right now. Forgot to do that. And actually, I'm going to end today's episode of CSGO News with a little hint for all of you. Now, I've been talking to some big YouTubers as of late, and we have some big news coming for all of you. Now, apparently, I've known about this news for quite some time, but I didn't know exactly the context of it. So just expect some great things coming very soon from big YouTubers, and also some things that are going to be very dramatic and cause a lot of drama in the scene. So I want to touch on this really first, guys. Every time I record, freaking train comes by. Yes, we were right. I know it was really predictable, but Astralis just picked up Gla1ve like 5 hours ago. By the time you guys watch this, probably, yeah, it was 5 hours ago, but still. I was just finishing up my edit right now, guys. Finishing up the edit for the video, and Astralis just picked up Gla1ve. CSGO News. So that's going to be it for today's episode of CSGO News. Hope you guys all enjoyed. Thank you all so much for the constant support. Please leave a comment down below if you guys enjoyed the video. As always, I am going to have some great things for you soon. I promise you guys that. Leave your hints down below, your guesses down below, what you guys think it's going to be about. But I can tell you right now, McSkillet's coming soon to CSGO News. As always, guys, my name is Jake. Remember, I like you. I'll see you all next time. Remember, I like you. Goodbye!